wonderhussie here in fabulous Death Valley, where spring has already sprung. The beaver tail cactus is budding out, about to bloom, and the doves that built a nest in our chandelier last year came back and did it again. Or maybe it was the baby they hatched last year came back and did it again. Only it looks like this year's fledglings have already flown the nest, leaving behind nothing but a pile of poop on our picnic table. Anyway, since it's spring, I figured it would be a good time of year to do a little cleaning in the old casita. You know, this thing is only 200 square feet, so it's not like I have a ton of room to hang on to everything forever. Like my busted old puffer coat. Won't be needing that anymore. Or my busted old pink high heels that I wore to the grand reopening of the Barstow Route 66 Museum the other day. Even if I wanted to, I won't be wearing those anymore. Or what might possibly be the world's shortest pair of Daisy Dukes. Back when I was working as a nude model, this guy who hired me for a photo shoot actually made me this pair of Daisy Dukes that really isn't much more than a zipper and a waistband. Definitely won't be needing those anymore. Anyway, I guess I should take this stuff into Pahrump and drop it off at Goodwill, but well, Pahrump is 35 miles away and gas is so expensive nowadays. And besides, isn't Goodwill like super corrupt? Thankfully, we have a local version of Goodwill that's 100% less corrupt, and it's only a couple miles away. And even though it's only a couple miles away, well, I'd still like to save gas money and ride one of my bikes down there, but well, it'd be real hard to balance this box on the handlebars. Oh, wait, I know! I just got this brand new e-trike from the good people at Mooncool. And it comes with front and rear baskets, so that's enough room to carry all my cargo. Look at that! It even comes with a cargo net, so my old chonies won't blow away in the breeze. And with a maximum payload of 330 pounds, I could carry all my chonies, and then some. The Mooncool TK-1's 500-watt high-power motor will keep me rolling no matter how much cargo I carry. And thanks to the fat tires and rear differential mechanism, it doesn't even matter if my route takes me off-road, which is a huge bonus for those of us who spend a lot of time in the middle of nowhere. I had never ridden a trike before, let alone an electric one, but the TK-1 handles so well, I was up and running with just a few minutes practice. Believe it or not, I didn't even test this thing out until about an hour before I started filming this video. But as you can see, I was zooming around like a pro. Thanks to the 48-volt, 15-amp lithium battery, the Mooncool can reach a top speed of over 15 miles per hour, with a range of 15 to 20 miles. It all depends on how many chonies you're hauling, or how much beer you're bringing to the hot spring. That rear basket is just the right size for a cooler, and I have a feeling that's what I'm gonna use it for most. Or maybe a giant Bluetooth speaker so I can roll around the desert blasting Wagner. The possibilities are endless. And if you're interested in an e-trike of your own, head on over to mooncool.com. For a limited time, viewers of my channel can get $100 off any order over $1,200 using code WA100. And best of all, the Mooncool TK-1 ships 95% pre-assembled. which means my sister was able to put it together herself in less than an hour, without having to call in favors from any bothersome bike mechanics.
I've been trying to get into Wonderhussie's pants for over a decade to no avail. So I figured if I leave my old ray gun on the free rock, I know she'll come and look at it because she's into adventure and collecting things. And I'm sure as soon as she picks it up, she's mine. And besides, I don't need this anymore because I got a bigger one.
Okay, we've arrived at our destination. And I know what you're probably thinking to yourself, well, gee, wonderhussie, I don't see any goodwill around here. Well, that's because this is a real small town, and we don't allow no corporate overlords. This is a place we call the Triangle. And it's called the Triangle because Old Spanish Trail runs along one side of it, and there's a road on this side, and there's also a road on that side, forming a triangle. Ooh, very good. Someone was paying attention in geometry class. Anyway, the Triangle has historically been, I guess, sort of a gathering place for the people of Tecopa, mostly because there's these 4 giant athol trees growing here, and they provide pretty much the only shade for miles in any direction. Okay, you might know these trees as salt cedar or tamarisk, which is an invasive species, and well, the government is doing everything they can to tear these things out of the desert southwest because they're very water intensive and they suck every last drop of water out of the ground, starving the native plants and, well, drying up the watering hole so the poor little critters don't even get a chance. But come to find out, there's actually a difference between tamarisk and athol. Tamarisk is more like a bush, and athol grows into these huge, I think, very stately trees that apparently aren't as water intensive and aren't really considered to be an invasive problem. At least that's my layperson's understanding as a non-arborist. Anyway, these big, shaggy athol trees pretty much form the backbone of what we call the Triangle. There's also a horseshoe pit here that some locals actually just came out here and cleaned out real good, so that way if you're over across the street having a beer at the brewery and you get tired of all the idle chit-chat, well, you can come on over here and try your hand at a game of horseshoes with your buddies. Just remember, you can't bring your beer over here because that's in violation of the liquor laws. Anyway, today's a Monday and the brewery's closed, and, well, we didn't come over here to play horseshoes. No, sir, we came over here to what's called the Free Rock. That's right, the Free Rock. And it's basically pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a giant rock where folks leave stuff that they don't need anymore, and so you can come by the rock and take anything you want for free. And conversely, you can come leave anything you want on the free rock for free, and somebody else will probably need it. Or if not need it, want it. Anyway, before I add my stuff to the collection here, might as well see if there's anything good on the free rock today that I might want to take home with me. Busted picture frame, some old clothes, a broken glass from the Nevada Blackjack Challenge in Elko, Nevada. Birdhouse. Pots and pans. Oh, hang on a minute. What's this? Kind of looks like that thing Judy Jetson used to use to style her hair. Remember on the Jetsons back in the day how beautiful Judy Jetson had that amazing automatic hair styling machine? Well, here we are in the year 2025, and we have neural implants and electric cars and electric friggin' trikes, but I still don't have my automatic hairstyling machine. Well, maybe today's my lucky day. Let's see if it works. Oh my gosh! It works! Boy, talk about Judy Jetson. I wonder if this thing works on clothes. Holy cow! This thing is amazing! Wow! I gotta get home and tell my sister. She's been wanting a new hairstyle herself. What happened? Where am I? It looks like I'm in the cockpit of a spaceship. I wonder if I've been abducted by aliens. Am I finally gonna get probed like I always wanted?
Hello, wonderhussie. I've been wanting to meet you for over 100 years now.
Who are you?
My name is Amboy, and I'm from the planet Zizix. Your videos are very popular on our planet,
Oh, really?
especially the ones with that character Scott in them.
Wait a minute. That voice sounds familiar. Have we met before?
No, we've never met before. Did I mention that we have a hot spring on my planet?
A hot spring?
Yes, and it's twice the size of your Pacific Ocean.
Wow!
Would you like me to take you there?
Would I ever? Wow, if I shoot a video at a hot spring on another planet with an alien, whew, I'll get millions of views. Finally, I'll go viral. All right, I'll go with you. Only thing is, I need to get my bathrobe first, and it's at the airport. Will you stop by and pick it up for me?
I'm sorry, I don't do luggage.
Hang on a minute. Are you sure we haven't met before? Take off your helmet.
I can't take off my helmet. There's too much marijuana smoke on this planet, and they drug test me when I get back. And the
I'm
CO2...
breathing just fine. I don't buy that excuse for 1 minute. Take this off. Now what?
I knew I should have stopped at Uranus to get some fuel, but... And Venus was out of fuel, and, well, gas is so bloody expensive here. I'm on impulse power. I have to put this thing down immediately or we're gonna crash.
Hang on a minute. You said you were going to take me to your planet, but we're back here at the compound. I'll never get 1 million views at this place.
I just need to recharge the auxiliary solar bank. If I could just plug into your outlet.
Hold on a minute, mister. What kind of hussy do you take me for? You can plug it in the house. How long is this gonna take?
Well, it should take approximately 4 hours for the auxiliary packs to charge back up, depending upon the
4
sunlight.
hours?
Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we go to my favorite brewery down the road and I'll buy you a drink.
Your favorite brewery? I thought you said you weren't from around here.
I saw it on your videos. I must have watched your videos 50 times or more, and besides, it's on Google Maps.
You've watched my videos 50 times. Oh. All right, you can buy me a drink. spaceship.
Oh no!
Now what is it?
I forgot to make my last payment. They repoed my spaceship.
Get in, spaceman. I'll take us back to your planet. Information presented is for educational purposes only. Not all trikes can fly. Your mileage may vary. Side effects may include smiling, laughing, good spirits, and toned quads. Consult your physician if you experience a flight lasting longer than 4 hours. Head on over to mooncool.com and use discount code WA100 to save $100 on any order over $1,200. Remember to ride responsibly, obey all local traffic laws, and wear a helmet or at the very least a giant beehive wig. Offer subject to terms and conditions. Offer not valid on Uranus. Okay.
No, I don't think you need to go down to the nuts. I think you should stop like mid-chest.
Yes, and it's twice the size of your vagina.
These people that get paid to act, they act like it's a big, they make a shit ton of money, they have fun, they don't work, they're not lifting logs or digging ditches. Acting isn't work, it's fun.
Yeah? Why do you look so tired?